Hey family, welcome to the Day in the Flow YouTube channel, the Day in the Flow podcast. I'm your host Edwin Amboy, and this is this week's Clapback response video. Every week I do a video that relates to a current topic and we dig a little deeper into it. Please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button, the bell icon, so you get notified of all upcoming notifications every time we release a new video. Here we go. Hi, this is Edwin Amboy with the Day in the Flow podcast on YouTube, and I want to thank everybody for the great response for part one of this video concerning the arrest of Richard Sherman. Again, my thoughts, my prayers, everything out. I heard that he's out on his own recognizance, and I'm praying that they're working through that issue. As I said in the first part of this, part one of this video, and I mentioned something about defunding the police, and I did a deeper dive into it. And basically I found out that defunding the police means reallocating money within policing that funds local municipalities into broader, more service and community-based initiatives. You know, if almost 80 to 90% of your budget goes towards guns, body armor, armored vehicles, when only, 3% goes towards mental health, I think that that's a problem. I'm just being 100. I think that that's an issue. And let me tell you why. In most police departments, on average, a policeman gets 60 hours of training with his weapon, but only 8 hours of training in dealing with mental health. Now, by all statistics and testimony of policemen that I've talked to, and I've heard, the worst call for you to go out on is a domestic disturbance call. Very volatile, very unpredictable situations, puts a lot of people at risk, especially the people responding, the policemen. And so to me, it would only make sense that policemen or police departments would start to focus more money, more training, more assets on dealing with situations that are specifically related to mental health and mental illness. Right now during this pandemic and what we're going through, a lot of people are under a lot of stress, not already talking about the people who already have pre-existing mental health issues, but domestic violence is on the rise. Things of that nature are on the rise. When in America, 80% of crime is nonviolent. So why would 90% of your resources go towards guns and armored vehicles? Again, that doesn't make sense to me. And what I'll use for my example is the San Antonio, Texas Police Department. They started an innovative new policing initiative within their department, and it's called a mental health response unit. And these are officers in plain clothes, unmarked cars, who go through an additional 100 hours of training on how to specifically deal with people with mental health issues. So if they get a phone call, say, hey, listen, man, this person is paranoid, schizophrenic, might have some mental issues. This is a very touchy issue. They don't roll up to the site with sirens on and lights showing. They roll up in an unmarked car. Now, granted, they got backup up the street, but they want to keep that situation as calm as possible. They get there and someone sits down and tries to talk to that person. And they're trained in a way to calm them down, to get them at ease, and eventually get that person to willingly come with them and get some help. Now, we all know they're all not going to work like that. But they're making an effort. And it's been very successful in being able to deal with suicidal people, people that are manic, people that are schizophrenic, people, that are going through things. That when the cops roll up, man, it's not in an armored vehicle or the SWAT team and lights and sirens and someone who's already mentally unstable. That's only going to exacerbate the situation. So, yes, I am compartmentalizing defund the police, but to me, that part as it relates to mental health really struck a nerve with me. I think that we all need to start looking at that. And especially within the black community. And me as a black man who deals with mental health issues and how taboo that has been within our community. In other words, ain't nothing wrong with him. He's a little off. You got that uncle that's down in the basement of the attic that no one ever really wants to talk about. And even with black men, and that's going to be another part as I continue to talk about this, about being able to address it and not look at it as a weakness. I was always told, me and my male friends were young, get up, suck it up, shake it off, men don't cry, blah, blah, blah. But I had a mother that said, you know what, it's okay to show your feelings. And I'm so thankful for her because I meet a lot of brothers. I meet a lot of men out here who suck it up and deal with it and hold on to it. And maybe if you talk to somebody, maybe if you got some therapy, maybe you could hold on to your family and fix yourself so you can be there for them. And this is really, really personal to me. So I really want to thank you for joining me for this. There are going to be more videos coming on along the lines of mental health as it relates to policing the community, the government, but more importantly, the person and the family. Because that's me. And I really want to help as much as I possibly can. Again, this is Ed Winaba with the Day in the Flow podcast. And thank you so much. Please click the subscribe button, the bell icon, so you can get notifications whenever I upload new content. And I have some new things coming along, interviews with veterans. It's going to be amazing. Please leave some comments, give me a thumbs up, and as I always say, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Namaste.